Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 as the Pandya Empire. In our last episode we were just finishing, or continuing I suppose, our latest wave of holy wars, and one claim war for this realm up here, most of which we are winning, apart from the one that is against this guy, which we just have an army on the way to take care of now. We're going to fight this and then go and siege that county there. So let's unpause so we can continue these. Your mission has been a success, that's good. We're also, I think, plotting to kill the Maharaja, who is apparently no longer the Maharaja. I guess he got overthrown at some point. There is a revolt going on right now, so apparently some internal turmoil there. What happened to this? So he was the Maharaja, and then this guy got put in by a faction, I see, okay. Well, hasn't created any further claimants yet, but we'll have another look at the situation over there once we're finished with this latest wave of expansionist holy wars. Okay, we won this battle here, that's fine, we can just stay there and siege that. This battle is going to be just fine. We captured a mayor and some other guy. So you can continue on up to this county. And actually we're at 100% in this war. So this is the claim war. We'll enforce our demands here. We'll gain not that entire realm, unfortunately, which is not quite what I was expecting, but we did gain a reasonable amount, so that's fine. So now you are absolutely free to go up there and siege that, because we don't need you for this other war. And you should be able to get at least one holding siege there before our war score ticks down far enough that we're forced to surrender. It pains you to say that there is a traitor in the realm. This rotten egg is plotting my downfall. This is the Maharaja of Pratihara Kingdom, who is pretty happy with me, so I don't think we really need to worry about him. You're happy too. We'll just annoy him slightly. Shouldn't be a big deal. So we are being sieged here a little bit, but that shouldn't be a problem. And people have been converted to the Hindu faith. I guess that's up here where this is mostly Muslim land and we're converting it, which is totally fine. Oh, we lost a battle, which I was not paying attention to. Aha, Tabaristan. That's you. Okay, well, we're going to have to get some reinforcements up there and get that taken care of, I guess. I think I'll divert this 7k and they can probably take care of it along with the remaining troops that we have in the area already. A Buddhist yogi has appeared at your court seeking audience. He speaks to you of the ways of the Buddha and of how to reach wisdom by rejecting excess and moderating your desires. Well, I don't think we want to change to Buddhist, since that would certainly weaken our ability to do holy wars. So I think we'll just invite him to leave, but politely, so as not to annoy people. Okay, so you've changed your mind about attacking this, that's fine. That county is going to be mountains, so... the Princess of the Pandya Empire is of legal age. That is my daughter, okay. That's fine. The rise of the Shia. So they are going to be fighting amongst themselves, that's okay. They do like to do that. Crusade for Norge. His Holiness the Pope is worried about the state of the souls in the Kingdom of Norge. Is this Norway? Yes. The heathens under the king have no hope for salvation and will suffer the eternal fires unless they can be brought to Christ in this life. Okay. That's weird. I would have expected that he'd be more inclined to go for Andalusia or something before Norway, but there you go. What is going on up here? So apparently Lyon has York somehow. Most of the duchies in Ireland have been formed. And the papacy somehow has land up here in Scotland, so I guess somebody just gave the Pope some land up there for reasons unknown. Okay, that's a weird one. Well, assuming any remotely strong realms join in this crusade, they shouldn't have too much trouble defeating Norway, I would think. And we have marriage offers for our daughter who newly came of age. This is our vassal Maharaja of Rajputana and Maharashtra, both of whom I believe are pretty happy with me. You slightly less so, so I guess we'll marry her off to your relative. Alright, he is extremely happy with me as well. Oh, unfortunately we are going to take some attrition here, which is pretty unfortunate. We have good people in charge. Let's just not lead this ourselves, though. You are the guy who's already in charge there. We'll select you instead then. And we are going to lose some troops to attrition, I think, before we get here, but hopefully we'll still have enough to outnumber them substantially and win this battle, even despite the mountains. But we really have to get in there quickly and siege something down, because this is getting a little high for my comfort level. Or a little low, I suppose, depending on how you want to look at the war score there. And we have a faction forming. It's not something we really need to be worried about just yet. Okay, so with about twice the numbers there, this shouldn't be a problem. My other daughter came of age. A pretty good character. I mean, she's a genius. I guess she's better than pretty good. And we slew somebody in the chaos of battle, which is good. And the marriage offers pour in for our daughter. You guys just can't wait to get her married off, can you? Again, I think both of these people are probably pretty happy with me. You actually aren't so much, but you're not incredibly powerful. I guess we'll marry her to your prince anyway. That'll do. It's not really a big deal. We don't have enough troops here to safely assault this, which is unfortunate. We're also going to take some attrition if we don't move some troops out of here. So we'll take half of them and pursue the remainder of the enemy army there. We should be able to deal with easy enough. And we'll continue following it, I suppose. This should buy us a little bit of time to get this first siege done here and reverse the ticking war score. Okay. So we lost another siege in here, which is not really a big deal. We'll probably do something about that in due course. Captured another prisoner, which is fine. Oh dear. And we have the Abbasids in on this war now, apparently. Or one of these wars, with a worryingly strong army. Let's get our guys out of the way here. Okay, the Yazidi heresy, which we are not too concerned about. What another siege down here. Ooh, and an independence faction as well. Well, we don't like that. Not with a Maharaja in there. Yep, he's angry about the raised levies, mostly. He's also a claimant to the Empire. Well, we can't afford to send him a gift, so I suppose we will, and he's pretty happy about that. Should get him out of the faction. Not sure where that Abbasid army has disappeared to, but we'll keep an eye out for it. Ooh, and you've joined the faction as well. We can afford to bribe him too. So we will. We no longer have enough troops to siege here. Guess we've been losing men to siege events, probably. Well, I guess that's okay. Just merge a couple of these stacks. And I guess we should move our Chancellor to somewhere else. Orissa, I guess, is the highest priority target here. Though he's not one of the ones that's in any of the factions. Though he did successfully bribe those other Maharajas out of there, which is fine. I guess we'll move this army down here, but that is probably going to mean that this army will come in and start sieging things back here, which I don't want. So maybe we'll just leave them where they are for the moment. Only have one more holding here, and then we can just move this army up to there instead. It's probably better. Alright, and we finally took down a holding here, which gets us immediately about 60% war score or something, or rather removes the negative war score. This war is at 100%. We can enforce our demands here, which is great, so we don't actually need to worry about this at all. We do need to give away this title though, and of course the lower holdings as well. And let's do the usual not imprison any married, not already a ruler, my religion, my culture, yes, an adult, not a great house, and I guess just high stewardship is as good a criterion as any. He's only getting a single county, so it doesn't really make a difference. Okay, this brings us again exactly up to our vassal limit, so we're going to have to create some higher titles at some point to deal with that. But we can do that when the time comes. So I'm actually going to divert these armies up to here because I am worried about that Abbasid stack that was wandering around. I haven't seen it since, but who knows where it could be lurking. And that would give us approximately even numbers to deal with it. And there's a sizable enough army gathering over here as well. Alright, so we finally occupied this whole county. That will start giving us ticking war score in this war. We are also down some war score from the occupations here. So I think we'll attack in here and start taking those back. It is mountains, but I think we should be okay with our numbers. Okay, so this army just retreated and declined to fight my troops. That's fine. If they just want to stay there, I don't really mind that. Alright, so with any luck, the Caliph will just give up on this war before 100% at some point. But I guess we shouldn't count on that happening. We may have to go and siege a couple more counties up here. This guy claims he would be a better chaplain type person. I guess he would be, probably. Yeah, okay, go on. Sounds fine. Okay, we won another siege up here. Still plenty of holdings to siege down there. I think given that this is desert, we probably would be just fine heading in to attack this army with this many troops. You are going to get there on the 10th of April. You'll get there on the 25th. Okay, so I'll actually just delay this stack for a little while so they arrive close to simultaneously. Close enough. Give us some extra war score here. And a Sulaymanid army is appearing over here, which is actually kind of worrying. We only have about 2,800 sort of isolated over here. I think that being the case, we should probably send this army back down this way. Of course, now I'm leaving this stack isolated, but they should be okay. We haven't seen the Abbasid army, and my wife is pregnant again, which is nice. Alright, so I think we've successfully stopped these two armies from joining forces. Which is nice. It seems like this army is reluctant to attack into the mountains here, which I also appreciate. So I think what we'll do is use this 8k to see if we can catch this smaller stack while it's on its own. They're going to get out on the 25th, and we will catch them in time. And then we can hopefully deal with this other stack. This is also going to give us war score towards the Sulaymanid War, of course, which is what we want. Oh, and it seems they are now attacking into the mountains. Well, hopefully we'll be done with this battle and able to reinforce in time. We'll get some decent characters in charge here. Yeah, you'll do. Okay. Okay, so this army has been taken out. You're getting there on the 30th of October. We can probably just dissuade him from coming by doing this. Which is probably for the best. And I think we should be fine to attack him in the mountains with this army. should be worth a decent amount of war score as well. In fact, he's trying to leave there. We're not going to catch him, but that's okay. Finish another siege up here. Only one more to go before we get ticking war score up there, and we're actually up to 62% in that war, so probably not too much more to do. Okay, my vassals are having revolt problems. Not really a big deal. Alright, well, we're actually out of time for this episode, so we'll have to probably finish these wars in the next one. So thanks for watching, and join me again then.